Hi, Dr. Mel again, doing motion in the same direction or in the opposite direction, where we are going to focus on acceleration. So we've covered the velocity, and now we are going to change the velocity, and we call that acceleration. So remember, we did the ticker timer, and the tape went through the ticker timer, and it made small dots. And I've got three timer tapes in front of you. Have a look. Can you see that the first one have equal spaces between the dots? That would mean that it's going at exactly the same velocity. The velocity is constant. And if the velocity is constant, the acceleration is zero. It's not going faster or slower. In the second one, you'll see the dots are getting further away. So it's going faster. And do you see in this tape, it's even further away, larger spaces, which means it's the fastest of the three. So always have a look at the ticker tape. See if you can define the movement. Is it slower? Is it faster? Or is it actually constant? So, acceleration is the change in velocity. Obviously, if it increases, it is acceleration. It's going faster. On the other hand, if it's going slower, it's decreasing the velocity. And then we don't say it's deceleration. Please never use that word. We have to define it in terms of a vector. So we'll say it's negative acceleration. Be careful that you use signs. So this will be positive acceleration and this will be negative acceleration. The definition in your exam guidelines specifically says acceleration is the rate, which then specifies time. And remember, time is a t and it's measured in seconds. And of what time? The change in the velocity, which we'll describe just now. So be careful that you do not use the word deceleration, always positive or negative acceleration. Right. If we have a change in velocity, we can actually express this in an equation. So, acceleration will be abbreviated with the A. This is the first time I'm showing you an equation where I've got an arrow at the top. Some of the textbooks still have an arrow where they actually indicate the vector. And you know velocity is a vector because displacement was a vector. So acceleration will be the change. The delta means the change of what? Of the velocity. And if it changes, we will indicate two little subscripts. This will mean initial, where it started, and the F will be final. So it's a change from the beginning to the end velocity in a specific time. So be careful that you identify the initial and then the final, and you'll see the difference in acceleration. So positive acceleration will mean it's moving that way. Let's say, for instance, you're pushing an object, the force is in that direction, so the acceleration is also in that direction. Negative acceleration will be you are moving that way, but you are putting the brake on the car. You are going slower, which will mean the acceleration will be to that side. That will be a negative acceleration. Careful indicating which direction the acceleration will be. So acceleration, everybody, concentrate, can be a final and an initial. Which one is the larger one? That will indicate to you, is it going faster or is it going slower? And we're going to do a few calculations just now. Right. Acceleration is a vector. So I need to know what is the direction. Remember, we said a scalar is any quantity without a direction. In terms of acceleration, we need to know this is the starting velocity, that is the final velocity, and this happened in that time. So we carefully have to write down the acceleration is the change in velocity over the change in time. And let's quickly have a look at the units. The velocity will be measured in meter per second. And remember, if you've got your exponents right, you will write it down like that. Over the seconds, and if I've got seconds there, it is to the power of 1. And you know your math will tell you that 1 will actually go up there and it will become meter per second to the negative square. So that's the unit of acceleration. Let's do an example. An object moves east. So that's the first point there. I've got my compass and I'm moving east. I'm going east from point A at a velocity of 15. And you can immediately say that's the initial. It reaches point B with a velocity of 18 meter per second. And again, that will be then the final. And it took this object a time of 5 seconds to get from A to B. How will you be able to calculate the acceleration? Well, firstly, you always get a mark for your equation. So that will already be a mark. Then you refine your equation. And the second mark will be to substitute into your equation. So I've got F final, which is 18. I've got F initial, which is 15. See that you have the right sign in there, and that happened in 5 seconds. So I've got 3 meter per second in 5 seconds. And if you do your calculation, you will get 0.6 meter per second, and its acceleration, so it's minus square. You can go and practice a few of these, any textbook. You can do a few where they are going slower or faster. Please make sure that you get all your marks. Let's go back. 1 for the equation, 1 for the substitution, and then the last mark, it might be even 2 for the answer. This answer is not complete. Remember what we said, it's a vector. So I always have to indicate my direction. So this will be east. It will accelerate 0.6 meter per second square east. Right, let's finalize acceleration. You need to know the definition. It's the change in velocity in a specific time. Or, as your textbook says, rate of change. Rate meaning time. Finally, it's a vector. Know that direction will be important. The symbol that we use will be the A, and you know now it's for acceleration. The unit, which we just explained to you, will be that meter per second over second, and the unit will be meter per second square, and that will be your equation. Let's carry on and do that same equation in terms of going faster and slower. So I've got A equals delta V over delta T. Let's say it started with 15 and it ended at 18. I can clearly see I've got a final which is greater than the initial. That's the one I just did. What happens if this starts with 15? Let me just do the right thing. And it stops. You are braking. You are putting the brakes on the car and it stops. You can clearly see this is smaller than the 15. Again, you will say V final minus V initial, which will be 0 minus 50. And you see now that your answer will be minus 15 over the time. And what did we say a few slides ago? This will be slower. It will be a negative acceleration. Do you see? You have to allocate a sign. 2 ticker tape examples. Can you see that the dots are moving further apart? So I've got a positive acceleration. Here you can see they are slowing down. They are nearer, nearer, nearer. So I've got a negative acceleration. Always try and identify where did you start and where did you end. It's important as well for the graphs that we'll be following on this one. Right, positive acceleration, just clearly again, it's an increase in velocity, so the final will be greater than the initial. So you will say the delta V is final minus initial, and your answer will be a positive A. The unit again, just let us remind ourselves, meter per second square. What is the negative acceleration? It is in the opposite direction as the motion, and we said it's going to be a negative acceleration. The initial will be larger than the final. In the example we just did, we said if V minus the I, we will say this was 0 and that one was 15. Please bear in mind that your answer will then have a negative value, as we just said, and again the unit will be meter per second square. Constant uniform acceleration is all we use. We only use a constant acceleration. We don't use when the acceleration is changing. That you'll do when you go to physics 1 or 2 in the university syllabi. So we only work with a uniform, you'll often find that word, or constant acceleration. And our instantaneous acceleration will be exactly the same as the average, exactly as we did with velocity when we did the ticker tape. Let's quickly round up this acceleration part. Can you define acceleration? The average acceleration will be the change in velocity at a certain rate. You can actually deduct the definition if you have a look at your equation on your information sheet. And then you have to be able to say if it's in the same direction, it's positive, and if it's in the different direction, it's negative. And finally, you will always be asked to do calculations with acceleration. Be careful that you write down your equation. Then you substitute your equation, you do the calculation, and remember that your answer will always have the direction. It's going forward, it's going east, or it's going in the same direction as the motion. I hope you understand acceleration and that you know exactly how to work it out, because it's a very important part of the grade 10, 11, and 12 curriculum. Bye!